Hello, mamas. I have something really special for you today. Instead of talking about root causes of miscarriage today and going deeper into the third leading cause of miscarriage, which is immune factors, and that includes autoimmune factors, I want to take a little detour on our path or off of our path. And I want to share with you some incredible magical stories of hope after loss and hope after miscarriage. And I want to share with you the stories of two of our FPI mamas, each of whom has had at least 14 miscarriages. So I'm just gonna read these to you because they are so incredibly important to hear if you really needed some hope because you yourself have experienced loss, or because if you're afraid of pregnancy because you're afraid of risk of loss. So here is the message. The first message I'm going to read you is from a mama who came to us to Primester after she experienced 14 miscarriages, and she primestered and got pregnant. This was her 15th pregnancy, and at last she got to take home a baby. That's the spoiler alert, because when she sent this message, obviously she hadn't reached her birth yet. So here's what she says: I'm pregnant and everything looks good. 14 losses, and this gets to be the one! Exclamation point. And I'll never forget reading that message when it came in, and the tears that I cried, both tears of sadness for how much pain this mama had to have been through after 14 miscarriages, and then the tears of pure bliss that I cried, knowing in my heart that she was right, that she would have this super baby. And she did have this super baby, a super baby girl, in fact. So that's the first one I want to share with you today. And then here is the next one. This is from Mama S. I've had over 14 pregnancy losses. I believe the exact number that this mama has had is 17 miscarriages. I saved up for your program. As a result, I have finally started recovering from a life-threatening pregnancy loss. I have lengthened my menstrual cycles, dropped my FSH, which is follicular stimulating hormone, down to a healthy range. When it becomes elevated, usually that's a sign that someone's ovarian reserve is becoming diminished and that they're approaching menopause. I've seen consistent fertile cervical fluid or cervical mucus, and I'm finally able to start trying again safely. I am hoping to be pregnant with a baby that will make it by the end of summer. Such a blessing to hear these stories of what's possible after an incredible amount of loss. And I think that one of the things that I'm most in awe of is just the resilience of these mamas, because I think it would be so natural to want to give up and stop trying after experiencing so much loss and so much pain. And it really is a rainbow when it's no mistake that we call them rainbow babies, right? It really is a rainbow after so much darkness to have managed to withstand that path and to be able to go on to have their super babies. So I just wanted to share those stories with you today. I hope that they are exactly what your heart and soul need today. And I'll be back to see you again tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow, well, we're going to talk about what we had planned to talk about today, which is the immune system and autoimmune factors and reproductive health conditions that are very common that affect approximately 40% of women, and that people don't realize are related to the immune system, and in some cases are indicators of autoimmunity and autoimmune activation, or a hypervigilant immune system and central nervous system. And I'm specifically talking about endometriosis, PCOS, and fibroids. So we will talk about those tomorrow, how they're related to the immune system and how they're related to pregnancy loss and what can be done about it. All right, so I'll be back to see you tomorrow, sending you warmest wishes and sprinkling super baby dust in your direction. As always, celebrating these two powerful, determined mamas and their super babies and the amazing progress that they made in their trimester. Okay, I'll be back to see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful rest of the